All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Too Easy Sports Betting. So, gonna go over a recap of yesterday. Then I got the straights, the player props, and the parlays for today. I'm going crazy today, guys. I got 14 plays for today. I love this slate. I've loved this slate all week. I've made a lot of money. The $500 bankroll is now up over 700 in 3 days. So, it's growing slowly but surely, which is how you do it in this, okay? I'm trying to start with all my viewers at 500, just grow it and show you guys what you could do if you sports bet properly. So, yesterday I had a $645 bankroll to start. I bet 5% on each play, so 32.28. When you have a small bankroll, you got to be aggressive. I say this every time. So I risked 323 or 10 units to win about 338 or 11 units, okay? So the straights, Twins and the Cubs lost. They fucked us. They should have won there, both way ahead, and they just blew it. I don't know, man. They couldn't hold on. Phillies first 5 hit. Athletics money line. I just had a feeling. The books it was like plus 200. I'm like, man, this is crazy. They're not that bad. The Athletics truly are not that bad. Yeah, big Blackburn coming in to close the game out. I'm like, man, give me them Athletic boys with plus 200. So I bet like less than half a unit to make one. That hit. Almost all my player props hit. Max Kepler, Ryan Jeffers, these are the two hottest hitters in the league, and they're on the same team. You bet them every time you can if it's minus 120 or higher. Today it was minus 135. There's no money in it. We can't do it. 1.5 is crazy. Like that's usually 2 hits, which is tough, or a hit with runners on base. It's just too risky at anything minus 115, 120 in my. I honestly probably wouldn't go below 115 for anybody over 1.5. I don't care who the player is. But they both get their lines. George Springer didn't play. Randall Goodchick under 1.5 bases hit. Michael Harris under 1.5. Hey, these Braves are heating up, man. These dudes are smacking the shit up. I'm starting to look like the Phillies. They're looking like their bats are just coming alive. But I'm not sure. I got to see how today goes. If today goes, I'm going to jump on and start betting some of them, but they've been too wishy-washy right now. And then Javier Baez under 1.5. I forgot to place this bet. I posted it and realized I was looking all night or all morning, like, where is this? I know I placed Javier. Why is it? I didn't place it, but it did hit, so I hope you guys took it. Parlays, I changed this. I put the YouTube video out, then I switched the play, and this ended up winning. Orioles, Braves, Brewers, plus 311. I changed it on Twitter. That hit as well. Then I bet the Rangers, Dodgers live on Twitter. Fucking Rangers, man. They trash. So anyways, for the day 4 results. 6 wins, 4 losses. Up about 1.7 units, which is about $57. It's a great day. When you have such a small bankroll, that's very good. The thing is, ESPN Bet, when you sign up for it, gives you cash back, and you can withdraw that shit or bet it. So I'm actually up about 2.6 units or $84.88. The Cubs and Twins killed a crazy day. It would have been a fucking 8-win, 2-loss day if they would have just did their job. I mean, it's just crazy, but what can you do? So here's today, and then I'll go show you the bets. 512. We got a $730 bankroll we're going to be working with. Unit size is now up to $36.50. Again, that's 5%. We're risking $443, more than half the bankroll today. I'm sending it, which is 12.13 units. Max profit, 511 or 14 units. So let's get into the bets. For the straights today, very simple. Tigers money line. Listen, I'm not big. I bet the better team, but these two teams are completely even in my opinion. Neither of them are that great, so you got to look at the pitcher. I'm not big on looking at the pitcher, but Tigers bats are starting to heat up. They're just kind of a little bit above average right now. But my boy Jack Flaherty, man, he's a fucking monster. He's a menace, man. That boy deals. So I'm going with Tigers at minus 105. I think it's a great price. Phillies minus 2.5 at plus 125. Again, you have the best team and the best pitcher. I'm not big on looking at the pitcher. I say this a lot. If the hitters can hit, they'll hit the best pitchers. If the average guys, the best pitchers will strike them out, and the guys who can't hit can't fucking hit anyways. Pitchers don't matter that much. But if you're going to give me the best team with one of the best pitchers, all they got to do is beat one of the worst teams in the league by 3 for plus money. Come on. The Marlins won't score a run for 6 or 7 innings anyways. This is this crazy price. So lock that shit in. Cubs, Pirates over 8.5. Both these pitchers, again, I'm not big. I keep saying I'm not big on pitcher. Keep talking about them. You have 2 teams who are kind of hitting the ball and 2 below average pitchers. There should be a high scoring game. If it's not, it's not, but I like the over. I can't bet either team. I want to keep betting the Cubs because I hate the Pirates, but when I bet against them Pirates, they just hit the ball, man. Like, I would say take Cubs if you don't like the over, okay? Player props. This is where I eat. This is my pride and joy. My player props hit like crazy. So we got the Tigers and the Astros. Jack Flaherty, we got over 5.5 Ks at plus 100. His 5.5 Ks line is plus 100. The logic for this is, here's the thing that sports books do that I think is dumb and I don't agree with. This is why I think I'm profitable sports betting. Sports books do it all as math and numbers. They look at the Astros and say they're like the top 3 least striking out teams in the MLB. Jack Flaherty throws about 6 Ks a game. Let's give it plus money. Guys, here's the thing. I don't care if they never strike out. I don't care what the average, let me rephrase that. I do care if they never strike. I don't care what the average strikeouts is. Look at Jack Flaherty. Can he throw 6 Ks? Yes, he can. Fucking take it. 6 Ks is too low. It's at plus money. They hit him or they don't. It's a coin flip, guys, but it's a plus money coin flip. You have to take that. It would be insane not to take Jack Flaherty at 5.5 versus the bum-ass Astros. The team sucks. They can't score. Usually they foul off and they pop out or they ground out. Fine. Jack Flaherty has strikeout pitches, though. They don't have enough consistent hitters. You have to take the Ks in this game. You just have to. It's a good bet. Cubs, Pittsburgh, Kyle Hendrick, over 4.5 hits allowed. Again, it should be a high-hitting game. It should be. The bats are hot. Should be a high-hitting game. You're going to give me a guy who almost always gives up 5 hits at plus money, just like you're going to give me a pitcher who always gets 6 Ks at plus money. I don't care if they don't strike out. He always throws 6 Ks. It's plus money. You take it. Common sense. Stop looking at the averages and the numbers and the whip, flip, bip, and the altitude. It doesn't matter. Let's use common sense. Let's bring back common sense, okay? Cubs, again, this one. He always allows over 5 hits. I don't care what the batting average is. Do they strike out? Do they not strike out? Do they hit? Do they not hit? I don't care. He always gives up over 5 hits. Bet it. If the team always loses, bet them to lose. If they always win, bet them to win. Common fucking sense. Guardians, Red Sox. Gabriel Arias, under 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. He's trash. Guardians, Sox. Andres Gimenez, under 1.5 for plus money. Guys, he don't ever fucking hit this line. He don't ever hit the ball. He's never on base. He never brings an RBIs. He's trash. If they don't hit, bet them to not hit. If they don't hit, bet them to not hit. If they don't hit, bet them to not hit. Twins, Alex Krokoff, just under a base for plus money. The motherfucker never gets on base. If he never gets on base, bet him to never get on base. Like, I know it's only one. I know he just has to get on base one time. So that means he has to hit the ball in play. If he can't fucking hit, bet him to not hit. Common sense. And guys, here's the thing. As someone who played baseball my whole life, when you're hot, you're hot. And when you're not, you're not. When you're hot, you can hit anybody. When you're cold, you can't hit anyone. And when you're an average, sometimes you do and sometimes you don't. It's that simple. If I went out there and pitched versus Krokoff right now, he'd struggle. I'm serious. Anyone who plays baseball knows when you're cold, you're just cold. Look at Bo Bichette. Guys, his odds were plus money to get hits and shit like that when he was going like 0 for 10, like 10 games straight, no hits, and he's still plus money just because of his name. If you can't hit, you can't hit. So I was betting against him every day. He's burned me the last 2 times. He's starting to heat up. Okay, let me reevaluate. But I made a lot of money betting on him earlier. Rangers and the Rocks. Adolis Garcia, under 2.5 bases. Do I need to say it again? If they can't hit, they can't hit. Bet against them. Oh, but they only need RBIs. If they can't hit, they can't even bring in a fucking RBI. Just bet it. Philly, Zach Wheeler's over 8 Ks at plus 105. They're versus the Marlins. Good pitcher, good team, worst team. Always gets 8 Ks or 7 or 8 Ks. Worst team, terrible bats. Bet it. Again, common sense. Twins, Carlos Santana, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. He's hot. He's one of my favorite players anyways, but he's hot, man. He was ice cold for a while. Once they start heating up 3, 4, 5 games in a row with a bunch of hits, start betting him. And when he cools off, stop betting him. It's very simple. It's no emotion. It's just common sense. Parlays for today. Mets, Athletics, White Sox, plus 1351. Guys, listen. Hear me out. I think the Mets can win today. The Athletics are not trash. And the White Sox are somehow beating the absolute shit out of the Guardians, who went from being one of the best teams to the worst teams in the league. Look, when they're hot, you bet them. When they're not, you bet against them. The White Sox are hot. I'm betting them. The Athletics they're heating up for sure. I'm betting them. The Mets-Braves game, honestly, I'll be honest, that's where the coin flip is in this parlay. If you don't like it, because this could go either way, but I think these two teams really win. If you don't like the Mets on there, I just did it to juice the odds up, and I think the Braves already won 2 games. They might not care that much. They might just be trying some shit. So But if you don't like it, just bet Athletics White Sox. It's still juicy as shit. And then we have the Yankees, the Brewers, and the Royals. This should hit. The Angels ain't going to beat the Royals again. Cardinals are the worst team in the process. I think they are the worst team in the league. I don't care what anyone says. And the Yankees are hot. Plus 488. And then the last one is Spencer Torkelson, one base. Santiago Espinal on the Reds. So you under 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. He's terrible. He can't hit the ball. Brendan Rodgers under 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs. It was like minus 180 or 200 or something like that for him to get under 2.5. That's insane. You got to take that. And you have Jared Trillo under 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, plus 761. Guys, I bet less than half a unit on these parlays. If I get a unit worth of cash out on any of these, I'll just take it. I'll most likely be taking it and just going with it. But when you bet $15 on big parlays like these, if any of them, and these aren't even that crazy of parlays, 488 and 761 is not that crazy. This is wild. But when you bet parlays this small, if they hit, you cash. If you even get a cash, if one even looks like it's going to hit, you make a unit. It's only $15 risk on 3 different plays. You get a little bit of luck going, which we've been pretty hot lately. We're on a heater. Take it. Okay, guys, that's the plays for today. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Go celebrate with your women. I'm out of here. I'm going to post this video. Go hang out with the family and enjoy my day. Watch some baseball, do some swimming, whatever we choose to do, whatever she wants to do. It's her day. You know what it is. But yeah, you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.